Okay, 4.3, multiplying and dividing rational functions. Your assignment, your graphing assignment, guys, I will answer questions on that, but you have to be doing it before I will answer questions. Got it?
Got it.
Okay, so refreshing, 16 or 12 over 16, that's a rational expression, yes? Okay, how would you do that?
Or reduce.
You reduce it, yes? So you're saying, and I think Noah said 4, right?
Do 3, 4.
Because so he's going 4 times 3 over 4 times 4, and the 4 is reduced, so you have 3/4. I mean, that's what you're doing, yes?
Yeah.
So we reduced out factors, yes? So rational means we have an equation, a function on the top, and a function on the bottom. So what do you think we're going to do with the numerator and the denominator? We're going to factor them, then reduce them. Have we been doing that?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Everything we've done, we have been doing, we're going to do. It's not like anything major different. I'm trying to find the example. Okay. So 4 minus x squared over x squared plus 3x minus 10. Okay? When we did our review skills, we just reduced these. Well, when you're reducing them, aren't you dividing them?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay? So, what would you do with the numerator?
Factory.
Factor it to what?
That would be
X plus 4 is minus 1. Or X plus 2, X minus
Not x first. What's first up there?
4. 2.
So 2 minus x and 2
Plus X.
plus x. Why can't you just flip them around?
It would change.
It would change the signs, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now we could rewrite them as negative x plus 2 and x plus 2, correct?
Yeah.
And then if we had a negative x, you'd probably factor out the negative, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So you'd have negative x minus 2 and x
Unneeded step.
plus 2. Well, it's unneeded now, but it may not be. Because if I had 2 minus x in the numerator, but x minus 2 in the denominator, I'd want to flip them around and factor out the negative, correct?
Yeah.
So there will be times you do need to do this. And I don't know if we need to now or not, but I was just kind of showing you. Can I always interchange the addition? Yeah. Why is your computer open? Okay. What's the denominator factor to?
X plus 5 is minus 2.
X plus 5 and x minus 2. Okay. Can I reduce these?
Yep.
Can I reduce them as they are?
Oh no.
No. I needed to interchange them. Yes. And then do what? They're not extra. Then factor out the negative. And I do not know why I went sideways. That's probably the only time I'll ever go sideways. That's disgusting. Now can I reduce them? So my answer would be negative the quantity x plus 2
So would that be
over
negative
x.
X minus 2?
No, just leave the negative out. Your answers I want completely factored. Okay. And what can't x be?
Negative 2. Or
It would be positive 2 and negative 5.
Negative 5 and positive 2. Why can't it be negative 5 or positive 2?
You said equal to 0.
You set the denominator equal to 0. Anytime that you have a fraction, you need to know what x can't be. Okay? I'm not sure if your assignment says state the excluded values or not, but if it does, you need to state them.
I think it does.
I think it does too. Yep. Well, it says state the domain.
What's
So the domain is what?
Basically,
that?
That. Okay? Excluded values and domain, same thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you want to do another division?
Sure.
Okay. So x cubed minus 5x squared minus 24x. over x cubed plus x squared minus 72x. So what's the first thing we're gonna do?
Okay.
Factor out an x. We're gonna factor the numerator, right? And then we're gonna factor the denominator. Okay, so we have an x. So then I have x squared minus 5x minus 24.
Yep.
So what does that factor to?
Check.
8 and 3.
8 and 3.
Yeah, what do you say?
So x minus 8 and x plus 3. Why can't I jump straight to my factors and I don't have to do the whole x process?
I mean,
Because what's my leading coefficient?
X squared. I think it's
What's
cubed.
my leading coefficient? 1.
Oh.
If my leading coefficient is 1, I'm still doing the 1 times negative 24, correct? But the factors of 1 are 1 and 1. Okay? But if it wasn't a 1, I couldn't jump straight to that, could I? Okay? So what about the denominator?
Factor out
I
an
was confused.
Factor an x.
I did that.
That sounds like good. I don't know how to explain it.
So this is a 2. This is a 1. And that's gone?
Yep.
Okay?
x plus 9, x minus 8.
X plus 9 and x minus 8. So can I reduce anything? What can I reduce?
The x's and the x minus 8.
The x's. I hate crossing out x's. Looks weird. And the x minus 8.
Yep.
So I'm left with,
X plus 3 and X plus 9.
and keep those quantities around there so you don't try to reduce out the x's and the 9 and the 3, right?
Yeah.
And what is my domain?
Negative 3, negative
X can't equal what?
9. Negative 3, negative 9.
Nope.
Negative 9, positive
Nope.
3. No.
Negative 1.
What did my setting equal to 0, guys? The denominator.
Yep.
So what makes the denominator 0? Negative 9. What else? You got 2 other things. Positive 8
Oh.
and
0.
0. Okay, you guys kept telling me 3. 3's where? In the numerator. Do I care if the numerator is 0?
No.
No.
Oh.
Okay. That's it now.
Carson, you were scaring me.
I need my.
Wait,
paper
did we not
list
do
of
3?
steps and how to-
Hmm?
Not
No.
do the talk.
No. Done.
You used
What
that
is the
problem.
only thing that you cannot divide by?
Silly me.
0. So I don't care about the numerator. I can have nothing. Everyone gets nothing. But I can't divide
By 0.
by 0.
No, okay.
Okay.
I need my paper.
Okay, so now we're going to multiply because that's what it said,
Wait,
right?
I have a question.
What?
Oh, never mind. On the other one. Okay, never mind.
You're good?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have 2xy over z. It says in words multiply this and this, but I'm not going to write the and. I'm just going to write a big what? Parenthesis, right? Don't use an x. Don't use the dot because dots turn into subtraction and x's are just gross. Okay. 3x squared
What's that?
over 4yz.
Still.
Okay, now, remember when I reduce, I can go up and down or diagonally, correct? Because basically this division bar can just keep going, can't it?
I guess.
Because it's
Yeah.
multiplication and I can multiply anything I want.
Yeah.
Okay, so what can I reduce?
Why?
The y's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
all of it, right? Because they're both 1
Negative 2.
and a 2. So this 2 becomes 1, this 4 becomes a 2. Anything else?
The X's. No,
There's next to it. That means multiply, right? Not divide.
that's it.
So that's it? So what's my answer?
X over Z
3x.
3x to the what?
third
Third over
Z squared.
2z squared.
2z squared.
That's all we have to do.
Yep.
Oh, no, it's a lot more complicated.
Simple enough.
What happens if there's an X where the 4 is and on the Z?
You can reduce it as many times. You can reduce them.
I
It
can
di-
use 3 at one time.
Well, if they all three, if there's enough to reduce, yes. So 5x over x plus 3 times x squared plus x minus 6 over x squared plus 2x plus 1. And they put dots. Don't put dots on your paper. You know what they're going to turn into? They're going to turn into negatives. You're not going to know what they are. Use the parentheses. Got it?
Got it.
Times x squared plus x over 5x minus 10. Okay. So before I start, what should I do? Factor. Okay. So the first 5x and x plus 3, are they factored? Yes. Put parentheses around x plus 3. Why? So you know it's
Right there.
one thing. Okay, then what?
Factor, no.
Factors and x.
So factors of 6 have a difference of 1.
3 and 2.
So x plus 3 and x minus 2 over
X plus 1, X plus 1.
mm-hmm. Factoring getting easier, guys? Good. Times Logan, what do I get? X squared plus x. How do you factor that?
X plus 1. X plus 1. I'm guessing.
I think it doesn't.
I think that's back.
I don't know.
What's the first thing you do anytime you factor? Factor out what it has in
X.
common. So then what do you have left?
X plus
Oh.
X.
X plus
1.
1. No, you didn't.
You said x plus 1, x plus 1.
Okay,
I don't know. What I'm saying
Over.
anymore. I'm done.
Over
2.
5,
and then x minus 2.
x minus 2. Okay, so how can I reduce?
I'll move.
Up and down and
7.
diagonal.
The x.
You take the
X
X.
minus 2 and the x minus 2.
So we got x minus 2, x minus 2.
Yep. X plus 3, x plus 3.
Okay,
X plus 1, x plus 1.
okay. And only one of them, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
5s.
The 5s. And all of these reduce to what number, guys?
1.
1. They don't cancel, they reduce. Because if they cancel, they become a 0, and the whole thing would be 0, right? They reduce to 1. If you need to write a 1 there, write it. But why am I not writing 1?
Because that
1 times anything is
1.
1. The only time I write a 1 is when everything reduces out.
I think that's it.
Okay? Anything else?
No.
Okay, so what do I have left in the numerator?
Squared.
X squared over
X plus 1.
x plus 1.
Even that was
That was easy.
It looked like it was going to be bad, right?
Yeah.
But was it?
No.
No. Okay.
Is this all we're doing today?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so x plus 2 over x to the 4th minus 16 times x cubed plus 4x squared minus 12x. So what?
Factor out an x.
You have to, the x to the fourth minus.
Yeah, how about we take care of this first? Is that difference of squares?
Yeah.
Yeah? So I get x squared minus 4 and x squared. Okay, am I done?
I can go even further, can
It can go even further, can't it?
Yeah.
So that's why I wrote it small. So I have x plus 2, and put parentheses around that, right? Over what?
X plus 2, x minus 2,
Now,
x plus 2, x plus 2.
no.
No.
What's the difference between these two?
One's a perfect square and one's not.
Well, they're both perfect squares. What's the difference between the two?
Negative and positive.
Negative and positive. We can factor the difference, right?
Mhm.
But the sum would have to have an I in it. And then do we want imaginary stuff? No. So we're going to leave it exactly how it is.
Okay.
Okay, so we have x squared plus 4. Okay, now this is a rational number, isn't it? It's all over what?
1.
1. So if you need to, can you put it just over 1?
Yeah.
Okay, I personally don't, but you can do that. Okay, factor out an x, yes. And so I've squared 1 and gone. So factors of 12 that have a difference of 4.
6 and 2.
6 and 2. Which one's positive?
6.
So x plus 6 and x minus 2. And then just reduce.
Okay. So x plus 2.
So you have x times x plus 6 over x squared plus 4.
Can I go any further?
How?
I don't know. I was just two people next to get x squared.
Yeah, but that's why we put those parentheses, correct? Because if I can't take that whole quantity, I can't do it. So Carson, make sure you're using those parentheses because you're tempted to do it. Okay? Do you need any, you guys want another one of either anything?
No, it's
we're ready.
Okay? Because that's it.
That
So,
seems simple.
is it, but guys, have you honestly been doing this already?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just putting it in a different format. So, that's all I got for you.